What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Combat Corporation, your source of combat sports. I'm your host, Al the Postmaster Morrow, and today I'm going to do another unboxing because you guys have absolutely loved the unboxing videos lately. I get comments all the time saying, hey, you should just do a video for every unboxing and stuff like that. So that's basically what I'm going to do. I used to just do shorts, but now I think just doing the whole video is pretty cool. As you can tell, despite my camera getting knocked around a little bit, I'm using my phone actually this time around just because my office is cold and it takes a little bit for the space heater to work in there because the vent in there is like busted or something when we bought the house. And you know what? Sometimes it's just nice to be sitting in my recliner and I get to see my animals and stuff. So maybe you'll see, like my puppy, he's not really a puppy so much anymore, but he's only 12 weeks old. He's already like 32 pounds. He's a Great Dane. We have Danes. Yeah, there he goes. So this box actually came via Royal Mail all the way from the UK because Sean from Byakko Sports reached out and asked if I would like to review these gloves. And I said, absolutely, I'd love to try it, especially because of some of the accolades that these gloves have, especially them being voted #1 best glove by Sports Illustrated. And that's actually a pretty big deal in the sports world in general. Sports Illustrated is a really big deal. And then on top of that, I got to talk to Sean through email about what Byakko Sports is all about. The first thing I probably should have asked is, how do you pronounce the brand's name? If it's Byakko or if it's Byakko or however you like to say it. But I'm just going to keep saying Byakko for now on. I think that works. I don't really know the meaning behind it so much. But I do know why he made these gloves. Basically, he told me that he wanted to make an affordable pair of boxing gloves that was in that $60 to $70 range that can give you professional quality without having to buy from one of the big name brands, without having to really shell out so much cash for gloves that just aren't going to last that long, that will work very well. So he told me that he is a lifetime martial artist himself, which I respect. So whenever you have people that have actually competed, for me personally, that compete or continue to actively compete, I will tend to listen to them just a little bit more because they are constantly putting the work in. And that's why I love when you have brands that are actually made by people that in general know what they're talking about and what they're looking for. So that's why I'm really excited to unbox these gloves. They're just basically called the Byakko training gloves. I guess I should just go ahead and start unboxing these, and we'll go ahead and see what's on the inside. That's a really big box for one pair of gloves. We got the Byakko training gloves here in front of us, and you can see that the outside package says Byakko in white there, and it has a blue piping outline, which looks pretty good. And then it says ByakkoSports.com right there. I saw these on Amazon too. They have a lot of different purchases on Amazon as well. Tons of different reviews and really good positive reviews. A lot of people use these types of lights in gyms and stuff now, but you can see it's like whatever shape that would be. Whatever. It's not octagon. Hexagon? Is that what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? I think that's what. Yeah, hexagon, right? Is that what that would be? Let's go ahead and open these up. Ooh. Okay, and more plastic to get through. Oh, but they feel really soft right off the bat. I like that. And they're in two separate. I actually like that because sometimes they'll crease on top of each other. So that's actually pretty cool. The leather feels really soft right off the bat. Ooh, I like that. So for me, right off the bat, the type of leather it feels like is Napa leather in some ways. I didn't like look up the exact specifics. I wanted to just have a raw initial thought. But it feels similar to like Venom Impact leather. It's very smooth, soft, and a reasonably thick. Okay, it's like not enough to really grab too much. So there's not a whole ton of leather to grab onto, but it's very nice genuine leather, which genuine leather is not an insult at all, and it's not telling you that oh, the leather's real. I know that, but genuine leather is actually one of the lowest qualities of leather out there. If you ever do research on the leather, basically it's a bunch of actual leather scraps put together into one sheet, dyed. They smooth out all the imperfections, and then they do that. Usually that's what you see with like belts at Walmart or wallets at Walmart, cheaper wallets in places, some hats. But genuine leather is still not quite as durable, but it's still durable enough to get the job done. I have plenty of genuine leather gloves that do just fine, and genuine leather products. Like I have a ton of genuine leather hats, and they've lasted me for 10 years. Good look at the glove. First off, I like the sweeping lines really catch your eye. You got the Byakko logo going across there, and that's like kind of screen printed on there because you can actually feel the outlines. All the blue hexagons going throughout there. I think that's the shape. Someone tell me if I'm getting the shape wrong. And then you got the blue line there, white line going across. Then it says Byakko Sports at the bottom, 16 ounce, right there. So that looks pretty cool. And then we have Byakko Sports on the other side. And then on top of it, the palm is black. Pretty padded on the palm too. So you got nice soft grip bar. The padding is really soft right off the bat. I like that. And it's breathable. So it tells me that it's a high density foam. And they didn't cheap out with the foam like a lot of other companies would. The thumb is a little bit wider than some, and it's curved right underneath the fingers. And then the wrist strap is about 3 inches thick, which is nice. So I like that. Velcro is really strong right off the bat too, so that's nice. And then on top of it, you also have your elastics band going right here to keep the glove closed. The interior lining is really soft. It feels like a nice foamy texture. It's kind of like a poly cotton. It's a little bit rougher than some. Like, it's not quite as soft as like rival interior lining, but it's still pretty soft to the hand. I can see how it could irritate some people maybe, but whoa, that's a nice form-fitting fist, honestly. And one thing that Sean was very upfront and honest about, obviously I am a professional MMA fighter. I still love any glove I can get, but I like gloves that are a little bit more flexible, and he said these are much more of just a boxing glove. So right off the bat, the one thing that stands out to me is that this part where the thumb piping is here is slightly tight on my hand. Not in a bad way at all. And that's just usually what's going to happen with brand new pairs of gloves. Stiff, needs to break in, needs to move around a bit, needs to get adjusted to your body as well. It will every glove will slightly morph to your body the more you use it. But that's basically what you got going on here. The wrist strap is kind of more on my forearm than it is on my wrist. So my wrist is right here on the glove. So that would worry me a little bit because I can easily just kind of push down. It pushes back pretty far to the side. And then basically to give you an idea where it would stop your wrist from going back all the way is about there. And that's enough to damage it. And then when it stops it from going down, nothing really stops it from going down. If you can take the strap and maybe put it up a little taller on the glove, like that, but still very free-floating wrist. You can definitely tell that most of the weight is towards the top of the glove, not so much towards the bottom. The wrist does have a little bit of space back here, so you can rip right up and grab it. And I imagine when you put hand wraps on, it would work a lot better. The only thing about me putting the strap up this high, trying to compensate for the wrist support, is that now down here, it's not wrapping around so much. So I got to take that, go there and see if that works. But still, I can get my hand in there really easy, yank that back, and it does kind of crawl off my hand a little bit the more I open and close it. But obviously that stuff kind of goes away the more you use the glove. I think for the price point of like $70, that's probably right on with a lot of other gloves out there. You know, I definitely say that this could be like first impressions compared to things like ringside gear, like their gel shocks, which is kind of similar to this in some ways. But the thing is with those, they all have IMF Tech foam, which is rounded. It's very stiff at first, takes a long time to break in, whereas this has a nice natural feel to it right off the bat. It's very soft. Whereas the right glove, if that looks or feels any different, because you got to check consistency. For me, no. It feels the same so far. It doesn't look any more curved down in the knuckles. It doesn't look any different on the thumbs. Everything about it matches really well, so they do pay attention to detail. Quality assurance is definitely there already. And that feels good, but it's just that wrist support there I'm not liking so far. That's my one gripe so far. It's just the wrist support I think could be slightly better. Maybe put like, you have so much space here, maybe put like a bridge there is what I would do. That way it stabilizes the wrist. It's not a very flexible glove, definitely more for purely boxing compared to MMA. But honestly, I think boxers like getting into the sport. I need to test these out, obviously, but I can definitely get the same vibe as I could from like ringside products, some title products, things along that line. But overall, I've enjoyed them so far, taking them out of the box, and I'm excited to give them a shot. So Sean, thank you so much for sending these to me. I can't wait to give them a shot, and you know, I got a new pair of gloves. So with that said, guys, thank you so much for watching The Combat Corporation, your source of combat sports. And as always, I'll see you on the next episode. Have a great day, everybody.